Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So I just watched a Keith Thurman interview with Fight Hub TV, and it was a really good interview. The main question in this interview with Keith Thurman, or the portion of it that I saw, was a lot of people saying that Keith Thurman, man, your career is over. You're not the same fighter. You don't have that hunger anymore. And Keith Thurman actually gave a really insightful and just, an amazing answer. If you're a Keith Thurman fan like myself, if you're somebody that want to see Keith Thurman fight, you enjoy watching Keith Thurman fight, and you want to see him back in the ring, this was very, encouraging and very positive to hear as a fan of boxing and as a Keith Thurman fan. When he said that you haven't seen the best Keith Thurman yet. You haven't seen the best version of Keith Thurman, even in the unification with Danny Garcia, which I'm guessing he views as the height of his career. And I would agree with the unification versus Danny Garcia. Was two undefeated champions. I mean, you don't see that a lot in boxing. Two undefeated champions fighting to unify titles. And I thought it was a really good fight. It was a chess match. Keith Thurman, he showed me a lot of different things in that fight. Showed me his boxing ability. That was the first time I really seen Keith Thurman just really show multiple things in the same fight and just give you some different looks. Came out there blazing, throwing big lefts and rights, and then later on, once he kind of felt like, man, I can't get this dude out of here, let me box and let me, stick and move, and he showed that. So in his mind also, I'm guessing he feel that was the height of his career, but he's saying even then you didn't see the best version of Keith Thurman. And I mean, that's what I want to hear. Hopefully he actually is serious about this shit going into 2022, and he actually put this into action and into motion. And I like the fact that he's fighting in February, I believe late January, early February. That's when he's supposed to be fighting Mario Barrios. I like that he's fighting so early in the year, because as he also said in this interview, that his goal is to be active to the end of that year. He wants to be extremely active in 2022. And he said that the good thing about him being so inactive and being out the ring so long is that he haven't beaten up his body. He got a lot of rest. He's in the best shape that he's been in previously in terms of just health. Any nagging injuries that were continuously bothering him, looks like or sounds like that he got all that cleared up. So now all he got to do is just keep getting in shape and get sharper, and then get out there and perform. So man, Keith Thurman he's always been a very good fighter, very fun fighter to watch, and I love his personality outside the ring. And I think he brings a level of excitement to the game, and especially to a division like welterweight, which is probably the most talent-stacked division in boxing, one of the most popular divisions in boxing, just one of the most, highly touted divisions. And I think having Keith Thurman a part of that, it makes it just that much better. It makes the sport of boxing better, having Keith Thurman back active and fighting amongst the other top guys like Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence. We have Jerron Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz in the mix now, Imantas Stanionis, Connor Ben. There's so much going on at welterweight, and having Keith Thurman a part of that only makes it better. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table and how he looks coming off of the rest. He no longer has the long ass hair, you know what I'm saying? So no more pink moisturizer Keith Thurman. Pink oil moisturizer. You feel me? It said pink moisturizer. Pink oil moisturizer. No more of that. You feel me? So we'll see how he look, man. We'll see if he still got it, if the hunger is still there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to know from you guys. Do you feel like Keith Thurman is still, like, can he still be a factor at welterweight? Do you think his best years have passed, or do you feel like he can still bring something to the table and challenge Earl Spence, challenge Terrence Crawford, and become world champion again? He's only 33. That's not extremely old. We've seen guys like Manny Pacquiao fight on. Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman at age 42. You know what I'm saying? What was he, 41, 42? Something like he was 40. I know he was above 40. He beat Keith Thurman at that age, and we seen guys go on and fight and be successful past the age of 33. Terrence Crawford is still currently in his prime and fighting at the best and highest level that he's ever fought at, and he's 34. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter just retired at 34, you know what I mean? But Sean Porter been in a whole lot of wars. He literally fought everybody you can fight. So I don't think it's fair to compare Keith Thurman with Sean Porter in terms of wear and tear and the age, even though they right around the same age. But Keith Thurman is still young, in my opinion. He's still, got a lot that he can show, I believe. So age is subjective when it comes to boxing. And again, going back to Manny Pacquiao, this guy was knocked out multiple times and then still was able to perform at a high level at the age of 40. Now, he's an outlier. You got to admit that. But, I think Keith Thurman still got a lot that he can do and show in the sport of boxing. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all feel about Keith Thurman's return? We did do a live show on this, but just to go a little bit more in depth as we get closer to that upcoming matchup, do you think Keith Thurman can still be a factor? Do you think he can still be at the top of the game? Can he become champion again, or is it all over for Keith Thurman? Or you just gonna sit back and wait and see what happened when he get in there with Mario Barrios? Not saying that Mario Barrios is one of the best welterweights in boxing. This is his first fight at 147, but just keeping an eye on Keith Thurman, I think we will be able to tell some things about Keith Thurman in this fight, where he is, how sharp he is, what is his conditioning and punch resistance, what all that looks like at this point in his career. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.